Silver Line. Again. Yeah. So, the one thing that's special about the Silver Line, which up there, catenaries, you're retiring the buses that use them. So, for old time's sake, we'll be riding on one of those buses they're retiring. So, what are they doing to replace them? Definitely not new catenary buses, that's for sure. But instead of that, yeah, sure, why not dieselize the transit line? That's all I'm gonna say. Weirdly enough, those buses that came through didn't reek of diesel. Don't know what was up with that. But, yeah. One of those was the old line. And, unfortunately, the ones that remain are pretty much all of the Massport buses. Oh no, diesel! Dear God. Why would anyone send diesel buses into this tunnel? What were they thinking? Right. No return. Oh God. Oh dear God, they're sending diesel here. Anyways, I'll return once the New York Land bus returns. I'll stand as far away from the Excelsior as possible so I don't unknowingly cut diesel. I already did enough of that at Fast Day this morning. I don't need any more of that. Alright, so the Silver Line, the waterfront portion, aka the last bastion of trolley buses in Boston, is a short tunnels underneath the Boston waterfront district, the Seaport district rather, going all the way to South Station, with all of 4 stations. You have South Station with a free interchange with the Red Line. You have Courthouse, or as I prefer to call it, Courthouse ICA, because it's right next to the Institute of Contemporary Art. You have World Trade Center, also announced as World Trade Center Boston Convention and Exhibition Center. And then you have Silver Line Way, which is the end of the electrified portion. Silver Line Way is special in that that's where the changeover from catenary to diesel happens. Then from there, you have the SL1, SL2, and SL3 fanning out, with the closest of the 3 being the SL2 down to Dry Dock Avenue. SL1 and SL3 run express into the Ted Williams Tunnel, and either go to Logan Airport or to the Airport Blue Line station and further up towards into Chelsea, ultimately ending with an interchange with the commuter rail. Now, the buses used on these are ancient Neoplan dual mode buses that were so specialized in nature that the MBTA actually had to get an exemption from Buy America requirements just for the buses to be purchased, because they were so specialized. So, not only were the buses so specialized, and also as a byproduct, the only bidder was Neoplan, these buses literally bankrupted Neoplan. Yeah, the Silver Line basically killed off Neoplan. Imagine that. So, after the Harvard busways catenary were killed off, with those Neoplan buses being sent to be scrapped, good riddance. The Silver Line was on borrowed time essentially at that point. And it's probably a good thing because trolleybuses are just horrible. They're loud. If you're on catenary, you cannot move around other buses. If you do have to move around the objects blocking the way, you have to go very slowly. And if you do need to de-wire for any reason, if you're not lucky enough to have a dual mode bus, you can't. So, yeah, it is a good thing that the catenary powered buses are being killed off in Boston. And I would say that other places like Philly and the West Coast should follow suit. But at the same time, is it really worth spewing diesel fumes all throughout the tunnels underneath South Station, in the courthouse, World Trade Center? No, because apparently the MBTA thinks that's the best thing they can do for the replacement. Yeah, let's just get a bunch of diesel-powered buses and replace catenary with diesel. How about running diesel under wire? Like, catenary-powered buses are bad. They're horrible, dated, slow even. But running diesel underneath wire is a far, far greater sin. Here we are. We are not going to the airport, rather Silver Line Way.
I'll note that those buses were a little quieter than I remember them being, but they say trolley buses are supposed to be quiet, but those buses are not quiet whatsoever, even when running on electric power, because you still hear the because the whirring of the engine's very, very loud. And yet they say trolley bus is good? No, trolley bus is bad. You can't go around stuff in the city. Like, if you wanted to go around that bus, you wouldn't be able to. Or you might. You'd have to go painstakingly slow. But I do suppose it's much better than using those diesels over there. Given the fact that, at least for one, at the very least, you're not spewing the diesel into that here tunnel. So, on one hand, it is nice that there's new buses on the Silver Line. On the other, what were they thinking? Like, yes, trolley bus is bad, but come on, you already have the infrastructure, at least take advantage